This will be the overview for the COM 218 course. My name is John Hooker. I'll be your instructor this summer. You can reach me through email through the Blackboard mail interface. That's the one that I prefer. Please use my ilstu.edu account only if Blackboard isn't working. I will get back to you much more quickly through the Blackboard interface, so make sure that you use that within the Blackboard page for the course. The course runs from Monday, June 16th through Friday, July 11th. So as you can see, over those 4 weeks, we will be covering a lot of material, an entire semester's worth of material, so it will be a very intense, fast-paced course. Let's go through the course overview. First, we want to understand the historical role of communication technologies in the development of human civilization. That's what we'll cover in Unit 1. We'll also want to understand the nature of both older and newer technologies. We'll start that in Unit 1 and carry that throughout the semester. We'll examine both micro and macro implications of communication technologies for social interaction and structure. So we will look at the ways that communication and communication technologies structure the way we live. Also, it's always important when you take a class to apply it to yourself. You'll understand it better, so we'll want to apply knowledge acquired about communication technologies to your personal life and to your future career. Also, we want to critically evaluate current and potential future trends in communication technology uses. So in the last unit of the class, we'll be looking forward to see what is on the horizon, what's coming next. Now, some selected course topics are privacy in a public world. I know what you did last summer. I saw it on MySpace, Facebook, YouTube, RateMyProfessor.com, etc. The proliferation of social networking sites and sites where people can post their own things has exploded, so we'll look at some of the implications of that. Also, we'll look at what is knowledge in an electronic age. Is Wikipedia truth? Is it truthy? Or is it trash? And we'll look at broader implications for what constitutes knowledge now in this age. We'll look at the idea of diffusion of innovations, which lets us examine how inventions become institutions, and how some inventions go by the wayside even though maybe they are a better idea. We'll look at space versus place. Why do we talk on cell phones and ignore the people right in front of us? How are physical places different than shared spaces virtually that we have now? And finally, we'll look at dangerous chat room liaisons and ask the question, is cybersex cheating? And explore some of the notions behind what it means to live in both a physical and a virtual world simultaneously. Now, the textbook for our course is The Media of Mass Communication. It's written by John Vivian, and it is in its 8th edition. We'll also look at many online readings as well. The textbook will provide theoretical background. The online readings will be things that we'll use to try to apply to our lives. So living with communication technology in 2007 or 2008, as we're taking this class now, when we wake up in the morning, what I do is I log on and check out the morning news. You can log on to CNN.com for national news, you can log on to FoxNews.com for national news, or maybe the Pantagraph.com for local news. So that's what I do first thing in the morning. While I'm doing that, I may have someone at work that I want to meet with for a coffee break, so I can use an instant messaging program to see if they're available for that coffee break a little bit later. That gives me the instantaneous feedback. I can also then set up a program to record for after work. So I can set something up to time shift and watch later since I'm not going to be home when it's on. Now when I'm driving to work, I can dial in my satellite radio that gives me a lot of different options for entertainment in the car or on the move. Once I get to work, I can check my email, see if there are things that I need to do that day at work or people I need to contact. Keeps me in touch with them. Then I may open up Blackboard to set up a class assignment for you or to see if you have sent me a class assignment. Especially this summer, Blackboard is obviously going to be a major communication technology in my life and in yours as well as we take this course online. Now, if I was in a physical classroom, there might be a number of communication technologies I would use that are physical communication technologies, such as an overhead presenter, a whiteboard, a projector, and a computer. I can use all of those things to demonstrate different concepts to you in different ways through these communication technologies. I may get a call on my way home from my wife on my cell phone asking me to pick up some milk for the kids, which I wouldn't have known about if I hadn't checked the messages in my office, if I was just using my office land-based phone. so she can reach me as I'm on the go. So let's think about these communication technologies and the impacts they have on our daily lives, and go through them and think about what are the alternatives to each one that I chose, and what are the impacts of choosing different ones than the ones I chose.